So before we question Allah, too bad to be true that sisters are so against this. They're picking out on polygamy. Allah is unfair. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That's what some sisters are into. Allah is so unfair. Why didn't He also give us the exemption of marrying more than one man? Trust me, you can't handle more than one man. Unless few who are, I don't know, how should I even say?
I was just thinking that in my head.
Yes.
Said it out loud. I was like, how do you really know?
Yeah, no, seriously. Apart from those few exceptional women who are, I don't even know
Super
what
women.
they can't even be super women. Because if you are sleeping with more than one man, and yet Allah wants you to be with one man, there's no way you can be a superwoman.
Okay.
You are something else, that has no name. I don't want to say those, bad irritating names, but that's the fact about them. Allah wants you to have one man. Yes. He knows He knows your nature. He's the one who created us. He knows us much more than we know ourselves. And above all, Allah loves us much more than we love ourselves. So He can never set for us enemies. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
Because too bad to be true that we take these co-wives as our enemies. But Allah can never set for us enemies. He knows us much more than we know ourselves. So your question, was I thinking about it? Yes, I was thinking about it, especially with what I do in my line of duty. Moving around across borders. So I really want to be sure and be content that my husband, my baby boy, is taken good care of. That someone out there has his back, without me wondering all this, all that. So that's how, and I'm so thankful to Allah that yes, He granted me. I've never been with Him alone. Now some sisters are like, oh, that's why you're supporting polygamy. We were created differently. I've never prayed to have Him alone. I've never seen myself there. And others are like, oh, you don't have the jealousness. Yes, I do have the jealousness. Because as human as I am, jealousness is human. But how can you control yourself for the sake of Allah?
Yeah.
How can you, subhanAllah, take in that for a test from Allah, that, Ya Allah, grant me the patience, because it's not for the cowards.
No.
It's not for the weak. You have to have the patience, know what to do, how to do it, the pros and cons. Ya Allah, you inclined this on me, and you have reasons as to why. What if you are fighting off something that Allah wants to use to give you Jannah? You understand? Yes. Ya Allah, please grant me the patience and the wisdom to persevere through this. And trust me, Allah is the most rewarding, and He loves rewarding. You will get the best out of that if you practice it.
Acceptable. With it doesn't specifically have to be your relationship with
the co-wife.
Yeah, your co-wife. It could be others. How would you encourage women to be? Would you encourage them to nurture that relationship? Like, how do people go about it with the jealousy mindset people tend to have?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's about to be true that some sisters justify their jealousness with the jealousness of the mothers of the Ummah. That is not a justification enough for you to carry on your evil jealousness. Because we are reminded, even the mothers of the Ummah, when there used to be jealousy, a chimpanzee. That is happening in the name of keeping the man, in the name of owning your man alone. My question is usually, like, if you love him that much that you give up on the akhirah, because trying to protect your man in that manner, the shirk way, you're giving up on the akhirah. Mind you, this is a creature that you found in this dunya, that he will either leave you here or you leave him here. My beloved sisters, listen carefully. Do you know that the very day that you die, this man might spend the night in the hands of another woman? Hands, they'll make them happy. Forgetting about you just within a blink of an eye. Within a snap of a finger, he has forgotten you. But then you've gone to meet your Rabbi. You did all the filthy evilness, everything, in the name of trying to keep him. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The day that he dies, if you ever forgot the keys on the grave at 8 p.m., can they send you back to the grave to pick those keys? The keys of the house. You know, these are lively examples. Can you go and pick the keys on the grave? Why can't you go? After all, he's been your everything, your superwoman, your Superman, your Batman, your Spider-Man. He's been your
Aquaman.
I mean, he's been your Jannah on earth. Why can't you just go and pick those keys at 8 p.m. from the graveyard?
I was even going to ask you in terms of, I know you're touching on jealousy.
Yes.
But before we recorded all this, I mentioned how a lot of women see how men mistreat their wives or co-wives. And I think that's also a reason why people don't want polygamy, because they don't feel...
Hence,